Christmas in October, guys. I never get tired of saying that, so if you get tired of me saying it, hit the mute button. Alright, well I touched on this last week about doing some walnut this week a little bit differently, and I've done some research over the weekend, and apparently some people are doing it this way. It's just not real common, and it's pretty expensive if you want to buy boards that are sawed up this way. But what I'm going to do today is put some black walnut on the sawmill, and we're going to start quarter sawing it and see how it turns out. I've never quarter sawed black walnut before. We're going to be doing this on the smaller timber. We're not going to be taking our nice crotch timber and putting those on there that we saw it for slabs. That just wouldn't be feasible. So a lot of the smaller walnut logs that are nice and straight, have a good pith that's centered throughout the length of it, I'm going to put on there today, and we're going to quarter saw them. I think that's going to turn out pretty good. The grain will be nice and straight, and I think the colors will turn out pretty good. I've never quarter sawed it before, like I said, so it should turn out for some pretty interesting stuff. Now here is why we quarter saw wood to begin with. Alright guys, here's why we quarter saw lumber, and here's the best example. It's a piece of white oak right there. It's been quarter sawn. As you can see right here on the face of it, those stripes, that's the medullary rays running across it right there. Right in here, that's those stripes. Some people call it tiger striping, but it's really the medullary rays that show up on the face of the board, and you get that when you quarter saw it. If we look at the end grain here, as you can see, the growth rings are running at 90 degrees here with the top of the board straight up and down. Now when you quarter saw boards like this, there's two different things that you achieve, or you got to think about. The top face here is the growth ring plane right here. That's where you got your medullary rays. That's the pretty stuff right there, the growth ring plate. And over here you have the tangential plane. That's going to be the off sides of it right here. So the two main reasons that people quarter saw lumber, one reason is for the look. They like the look of quarter sawn lumber. The grain is nice and straight, and with oak here you have the medullary rays. With walnut we're not going to get medullary rays, but we'll have some nice straight grain. And the other reason is wood shrinkage over time. So when we look at the end grain here again, of course we have our growth ring plane and our tangential plane. The growth ring plane is not going to move hardly any at all. So this board right here on the width will change just a little bit during seasonal movements, during all the expansion and contractions that's going to occur during this board's life. So if this is a tabletop, the width of it's not going to change hardly any at all. The tangential plane right here on top will move. The width of it's not going to change very much at all, but the thickness of it will change more than the width. Now the hydraulics on this sawmill, the log turner and the clamp, are indispensable. They're awesome tools to have. But sometimes we get a piece of timber up here and it's kind of oddly shaped, and this one is just an off-cutter. It's been sawed in half already. There's only half of a log up here. Sometimes it's easier just to grab a cant hook here to roll it with. And this is another instance where I'm going to try to start mentioning this stuff to you guys and where you get this stuff at if you're interested in it. This is a log Rite cant hook. I got two of them. I use them on every sawmilling job I have here. And if you're interested in them, they sell them on Amazon. I'll leave a link down below in the video description here to them. The bark, it's already just falling off this walnut here. Well, as you guys can see, this looks a little bit different than what I usually do when I quarter saw, and I'm trying something different today. I got this half of the log here tilted just a little bit here, well more than a little bit actually. And I'm hoping that's going to line up my growth rings to where I get more quarter sawn stock out of this timber. I did some reading on the forestry forum over the weekend, and a guy put a post on there about how he was quarter sawing for better yield. And I believe what he was saying there, and by tilting this over just a little bit, I'm going to get more lumber here and a better quarter sawn board, I believe. So we're going to see how this goes. So usually when we quarter saw timber, this will be sitting straight up, and the first few passes wouldn't even be quarter sawn boards. But by tilting it this way, after we skim the top here and square it off, these first few boards should have some nice quarter sawn grain to them. Toward the middle of the board here, it's going to be a little bit of a flat sawn look to it, and for about an inch, but the rest of it is nothing but quarter sawn here. This is a pretty good method here. It's working out, I think. Some nice straight grain walnut right there. That is nice. You don't have the medullary rays like you have with oak, but walnut can outdo that, I believe, just by the color to it. A good friend of mine calls walnut the king of hardwoods here, and I do believe he is correct when he says that. Some real nice stuff here. It's turned out all right here. Some nice colors, and I like the grain pattern, especially down here. Wow. Was not expecting that right there hiding in the log. Well, it's Christmas in October, guys. I never get tired of saying that, so if you get tired of me saying it, hit the mute button. Right here is some fantastic crotch here in these boards. I was not expecting that. I wasn't even looking for that. Didn't think there was going to be any in here. Let me put a little water on it here. You guys get a good look at that and see what it looks like underneath the water. Well, as usual, walnut never lets us down here, guys. This is some nice stuff. Oh my goodness, look at that. Goodness sakes alive, would you look at that. I get excited here, guys. I start seeing color like this. This is fantastic. I've had nothing but good luck with walnut lately. I don't think I've ever had bad luck with walnut. Look at this color, look at that grain. That is just perfect. It's a good way to start off a log right here. No better way to start off a log than running into some stuff like that. This is 5/4 inch and 1/4 thick. It will dry and plane down to 3/4 material, and that is just some fantastic stuff right there.